All right, so yeah, 1858.50 total trips. Here's the breakdowns. All right, so we already saw the time that I was online, and then the net fare was 1158. Total promotions was 576, and then total tips was 123. My total tips was right around 10% of net fare, which is excellent. That should be the standard. If you're not making 10%, you got to change up what you're doing. You got to change up how you talk and treat your riders. Okay. I want you to make sure you treat them like gold, basically. I mean, I say gold, but like, listen, just make sure that they're comfortable. Make sure that they feel welcome and comfortable in the car. And I guarantee your tips will go up. And then the promotions, man, I mean, just look at that 576 compared to my net fare, like 1158. I mean, if we did 1158 divided by, what was it, 576? Sorry. I gotta do that math a little bit better. So we got to do 576 divided by 1158. And that's 49% extra I made from the promotions. If you're driving without the promotions, you're going to make 50% less. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then the tips. So overall, a great week. Like I said, we did the numbers. I think the rental. Okay, so here's my philosophy on the rental. $280 a week. So if you want to break it out to a monthly basis, right? We're like $280 times 52 weeks divided by 12, right? So we're talking about $1,200 per week. I mean, per month. $1,200, $1,213 per month to rent a car for the entire month and make some money. Now, you may think that's a lot. It is kind of high, all right? But if you don't have a car and you need to get a car, this is what we need to, you need to figure out these numbers, right? Like that's a lot of money. I think with my premium vehicle, with my Acura MDX, my total cost per month is probably about $900. Can I make that much money driving for Uber and Lyft during a week, the same money I made? I could, but I'd pay a lot more money in gas, right? So my gas costs would go up. My gas costs were really down with this car, which I really love. Now, that money's a lot per month. I mean, but you're fully insured as well. So you got to think about that, right? It's a lot of money. But if you don't, there's two things that I can think of right now. If you have a car that's not good on gas, you should definitely rent a car because you'll pay too much. Number two, you're going to pay a lot in maintenance. Okay, you're going to beat the crap out of your car, and there's going to be unforeseen maintenance costs that you're not going to be able to see. All right, I would almost bet this, that as much as you pay for your car payment, you will end up paying the same amount eventually. Not every month, but eventually you'll get hit with something with the car. Well, you have oil changes, right? Those are going to be every month, easily every month when you're driving as much as you do if you drive full time with Uber. You're going to have tires, you're going to have shocks, you're going to have struts, you're going to have things that'll break in your car that you need to get fixed. I'll tell you this, the amount of money that you're going to pay every month, you can probably double that for the year, right? So if you pay, let's say your car payment's $500 a month times 12, that's $6,000, right? So you're going to pay $6,000. I can almost guarantee that you'll have probably 50% of that at least. All right. So you'll have, $3,000 in maintenance cost easily. $3,000 in maintenance costs before the year is over for all the things that you have to do. Easily $3,000. So now we're talking $9,000, right? 9,000 divided by 12. So you're talking $750 plus your insurance. All right. So plus your insurance. So now your insurance is probably going to be about $150, let's say. So now you're talking about $900, right? This $900 a month is going to be your total cost. $900 per month is going to be your total cost to drive for Uber if you're going to drive for a 12-month period, right? You're going to rack up the maintenance. It's going to happen. You can't just drive all the time and not. Like I said, tires, oil changes, shocks, struts, any other regular maintenance that you need, right? Sometimes you got to, what do you got to do? Like timing belt, you got to do, I don't know, the battery, the alternator, all these things that they come into play. I guarantee you're going to have to spend the money. So $900 a month as opposed to the 12 something for the rental car per month. All right. If you don't have a car to get started and you want to get started, start renting the car. If you can qualify to rent that car, rent that car. Work, save away money. Save away money till you can get a Prius. Save away money till you get like, some really good, a car that's really good on gas. A really easy, car that's good on gas so you can just drive and never really have a gas payment. Never have to pay for any gas. That's the most ideal thing. Day number 3, $72.34 today. 9 trips completed. Let's go to the weekly summary. $298 so far. Where are we on the Quest promotions? Oh, look, I made $29 in tips. So about, a little over 10% of the net fare, which is actually really good. That was always the standard that I held myself to when I was driving in the premium modes. But let's check the Quest. Okay, so we're at 38 of 50 for the Quest. Now, I really like these Quest promotions, and they're really good right now. So my whole goal was like in the first 24 hours to cover the rental program, the rental cost, but I didn't get there. But with these Quests coming up, these are where the big bonuses come into play. So I want to hit the $105, especially for 50 trips. So I should hit that by the end of day today on Wednesday. And that really excels your average money per trip, your average hourly rate. I mean, these bonuses, if you're going to drive for Uber and Lyft, you have to make these bonuses. Okay. I think Uber has the best bonuses if you're going to be a full-time driver, and then Lyft would have the best bonuses if you're going to be a part-time driver. By the way, if you want to sign up for Uber or Lyft, like if you want to be a full-time driver, sign up for Uber. The link is in the description. Use my link in the description. Everybody that does gets a free dash cam. That's standard across the line. Plus, you're going to get access to me, my free coaching. I'm going to coach you. I have a coaching program, and it's all like most of it's online. But then you also have access to me, where I can help you and coach you and answer any questions that you do have. Same thing for Lyft. Link in the description. If you want to drive on a part-time basis, you can go ahead and use my link. And like I said, same thing. You're going to get my coaching program for free, and plus you'll also get access to me to ask me questions. If you need any help, need any guidance, I'm here to help you. All right, let's get back into it. So that link down there is there for you. And I think, and like I said, overall, like I was pretty happy with this rental program. The gas mileage especially, because I didn't use so much on gas mileage, I was able to actually like make a good return. This guaranteed earnings it's a pretty good guarantee. Like if they weren't having these other promotions, like I would say that's really good. But the thing is, like I did my drives and I came close to that 1970. What I actually made for the entire week was probably that's $11 per trip that they're going to pay you for that guarantee, which is actually really good. It just guarantees you that you're going to make a certain amount of money per trip. The thing is, with that is like I hit with the bonuses, I already hit that money well before I made as many trips. I'm at 38 trips right now, 13 hours and 14 minutes. And we can do the math on that. So 298 divided by 38. We're at $7 per trip. But like I said, once I hit that promotional Quest, once I hit 50 trips, I get that bonus, that $100 bonus, and it really changes things. It really, really changes things. So although that's not bad, and I got an Uber ride, right? So here's what we're doing. I'm doing this as we go. 6 minutes away. We're going to tap that. We're going to take that. Super easy. Right down the highway. Not a problem. So let's go get that money and let's tune back in just a second. So 7 more trips. I got 7 more trips to go to make the $105. 43 of 50 trips right now. I can't wait to make that extra $105. It's going to be sick. Going to be sick, and it's really going to boost my sales. So right now, as of today, on Wednesday, I've already equaled the amount that I made on Monday. Although Tuesday was a short amount, like you can see that bar is a little bit lower there. That's because like I took some time off. I went and hung out with a lady friend of mine and, just had some fun. You got to have some fun sometimes. I did actually want to work I wanted to drive the entire night, but hey, when booty calls. Here's the app. I don't know if anybody do you have any questions about the app? Definitely put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. So here's the thing with the navigation. I was using Waze. I was using the Uber nav, and sometimes the Uber nav doesn't take you the best way. So I wanted to switch over to Waze at one point. And I did switch over to Waze, and honestly, there's just too much confusion going on. I just want to use the Uber app. When I'm driving for Uber, I want to use the Uber app. When I'm driving for Lyft, I want to use the Lyft app navigation. What's your preference? Which one do you like to use? I used to use Waze all the time, but now I'm just trying to use the Uber app and use the Lyft app. But down in the comments below, which one do you like better? All right, let's go pick up Troy. Troy for the winner. See, now we're going into ways. It doesn't seem like it's that confusing, but honestly, like, I don't know. I was having trouble with it. There was something going on, and I was having trouble with it, and I didn't want to keep using it. So let's drop Troy off. So we dropped Troy off, and here's what happened. So let's do a little. I got a little commentary. Let's go see how it is driving. It's always good to catch in the moment, like what's happening when I'm driving. So like that's why I recorded this. So let's hear what I have to say. Totally, just feeling tired and drained right now. So I got me some Mountain Dew, some sugar, some caffeine. Get back in it. I only have crossed over the mark, so I'm 4 out of 20 for my next bonus. My next bonus is going to be did $310 today. Wow, it's crazy. And then I'm on this quest right now for an extra 160. I want to finish this quest and see if I qualify for the next quest. Yeah, so here's the deal. So you can see right there, congratulations, you've earned the $105 by driving 50 trips, all right? So that's what really boosted my sales for the day. See my Wednesday big surge there, $627 by Wednesday. I had a $327 day so far. $397, keeps going a little bit. And, so I think I topped out at $397 for the day. $627 total with $397 for the day. So you subtract $105 from that, and I probably did almost $300 driving, which is good. I mean, that's a long day. Like, I maxed out there. Look, my online time is 11 hours and 49 minutes, and trips were 35. 35 trips in a day in 12 hours. Like, I mean, that's a full day, guys. It's a full day. I'm tired. At this point, I'm tired, and I'm sure if you're a driver, you feel tired too. If you drive 12 hours, it really does drain you. And you really have to be disciplined with your care, like your self-care, the food that you eat, the exercise. You have to make sure you put in exercise on a 12-hour day. It's tough, but you're sitting in the car all day, you're wearing yourself out. So you got to make sure you exercise. The discipline comes into play so much. But I'm interested in you. Like, do you drive 12 hours a day? Have you driven 12 hours a day? How do you feel when you drive 12 hours a day? Have you driven 70 hours in a week, 80 hours in a week? Like, tell me about your experience. I'd love to hear what's going on with you. I don't think it's sustainable. Like, if there's anybody out there driving 80 hours a week, like, good for you. And I'm just really impressed because I definitely cannot do it. All right, now we're getting into day number 4. Today's Thursday, but once again, got to start off with a little bit of fuel for myself. Got to go hit up the Starbucks, enjoy the scenery a little bit. Just there's my face. Hope you like my face. Moving on, keep going. Yeah, Starbucks, baby. Love Starbucks. Let's get it. Let's mask up. Got my fuel, got my coffee, and let's get to it. Let's get in the car. Let's get going here. There's the car. Get in the car. Let's get on out of here. Take a look at the app before we get started. So there you go. There's Wednesday again. $397 was the total. $600 and something so far. 6 more trips to get the extra $160. Big bonus coming up. That's going to be my favorite one right there. So, and the other thing is too, like, because you have to pick your quest, I picked this one, but there is a higher tier quest, so you can hit like 80 and 90 trips and you can make even more bonus. But if you don't pick it, you don't get it. And that's what I was trying to figure out too. I was like, after I hit the 70 trips, do I qualify for the next tier? But the answer is no, unfortunately. Unfortunately, guys, the answer is no. So every time when you start, you have to make sure that, you have to answer the questions, make sure you're wearing your mask, take a selfie shot, take a photo with your face, cover on the mask, and then answer the other questions required. I won't drive if I have related symptoms, yes, and then the other ones are not required, but I always check them anyways, just, because that's what I do. You should definitely have some antibacterial wipes or something in your car, and definitely some hand, the hand stuff there, the sanitizer for your hands. So we're getting the next trip. All right. So here's the deal, guys. We're getting all the trips. I got one more to go to make the extra 160. let's jump ahead here a little bit. Okay, we're going to drop them off. Here's my number 70. Dropping off Elizabeth. Hoping we're going to hit that mark right here. So my quest went away. The quest bonus went away because I hit it, and now there's not another quest going on, which is kind of a bummer. I was really bummed, so there's the proof right there. Let's go ahead and pause this. So $843 through Thursday, through the entire bonus. Now, here's the thing. Like, you can see right there, that's my total online time is 24 hours and 22 minutes. So right now it's a part-time schedule, right? So you've already made $843.38 within 24 hours and 22 minutes. Now, if we wanted to do some math on that, which I really like doing, so we're going to take 843.38, and we're going to divide that by 24. We'll just do 24 and a half hours. So that's $34 an hour, right? $34 an hour that I made on a part-time basis, right? That's 24 hours. Anything under 32 hours is a part-time basis. Now, I wouldn't have hit those numbers if I didn't get those bonuses, right? Like if we add in those bonuses, it was 160 and 105, right? So it was like $270. So we'll go 843.38 minus 265. So that's $578.38. I hope you can see that there. Divided by 24.5. Not too bad either. Okay, so that's $23. I hope you can see that there as well. So that's $23.60 per hour, just regular driving with Uber. Okay. Now we still haven't taken into account for gas and the rental costs, right? The rental cost is going to be about $280 plus, and that's with insurance, plus another $100 I actually spent on gas, right? So as we get to the end of the week, we can really see like the total numbers, and like this is where the important part comes in. And I stopped driving after that. Like I did one more drive or something to see if I qualified for the next one, and I didn't. So I stopped driving because the $23 an hour is great, but I'm really trying to hit that upper tier of $34, right? Those are the tiers that I want. If I'm not getting the extra bonus and promotion, to me, it's not worth it. Now, it may be different for you. The $23 an hour, maybe you may be under, you may have to make that money for something. You may have to feed your family. You might have to pay your bills. So you want to keep driving if you need to make that money. But for me, it's not. Like I want to get back home. I want to get back here in the office in my place, and I want to start getting to work. Like I have an online business that I'm always working on. I'm always making videos, editing videos. Like these things take a lot of time. So I want to make sure I'm back in the office trying to get work done, relaxing, right? Because I'm tired. At this point I've driven so many hours already, 24 hours in the car. Like, it's a lot, and then I also have to put in another, we're going to double that time again. I'm going to put in that much more time again. So by the time I'm done with the week, it's going to be 50 to 60 hours by the time Monday hits. So with that being said, I think that's an important point. Like, so I hit my 20 extra drives on Thursday and I stopped. So once I hit that 20, I think I only had like 6 or 10 rides to do. Yeah. So now it's Friday and we're going to get back into it. I also had my daughter on Thursday night. So when I have my daughter, I'm not going to drive, obviously. So that's another reason where I had to like cut it early as well. So I get my daughter to school, come back, and now it's 10 o'clock by the time I actually get on the road and start driving again, as you can see right there. But we have to, select the quests. These are the quests for the weekend. Now you have to pick, right? So here's the part that is like really strategic. You have to make sure you pick the right one, because if you pick the wrong one, you could either be on the road for so long and you barely make the quest. And if you don't make it, you don't get the money. So, and then you also want it where, you don't want to hit it too early where you could have actually made more, right? So you really have to pick the window that works for you. You have to figure it out. I didn't pick the max amount of trips because I'm not going to do that many trips. And you have to do a little bit of math here, right? So let's go through the options and we can see what we have. So there's option 1, 2, and then 3. And then as you can see, like the amounts get smaller, but so does the trip requirements. Now, going off of what I did the prior week, I did 70 trips max. So I want to pick something that kind of like is kind of in there, right? Because that was kind of like a good point for me. So either 70 trips or do I want to do the 60 trips, the 80 trips, or the 50 to 70 trips? That's what works for me. Like, that's going to be a lot of driving. I don't know if you want to drive more than that, but this is from a Friday to Monday morning standpoint. Can you drive that much? Can you do all that much? And then, like, how many rides are actually out there early in the morning, right? So my times, I'm trying to drive during the day and be done, I don't know, 8 to 10 o'clock at night. I want to be done. So I do believe that, okay, so there we go. I picked the 60 to 80 trip one. So it's Friday, going to, got to start up, got to fuel up. First thing you got to do is fuel up. Make sure the gas tank is full before you even get on the road. Some people don't like to do that, but I do that because I use the Get Upside app, and it saves me a ton of money on gas. I love this app. You guys, link is in the description if you want to get the app. You download this app to your phone, and then what you can do is, like, you search for a gas station that's offering a discount, and you go there, you pull in, you claim the offer, you check in, and you pick which card you're going to use. And you get, as you can see, you get 12 cents off per gallon, 9 cents off per gallon, 13 cents off per gallon, depending on what the offer is at your gas station. I use Speedway. It's right close to my house. It works out great for me. I've gotten several $100s back already, several hundred, probably close to 200. And then you load up your cards. I also use my Uber card and my Lyft card, and I get cash back on gas as well. So I'm getting a lot of money back here on gas. It's a great way to utilize. This app is a great way to just get free money. You're just gonna get free money, and then when you use the app, you can get like Amazon gift cards and things like that. But took some time off with my daughter. We had dinner on Thursday night. This is us just having fun. Oh yeah, and she also likes bubbles. Hey, you know what? The thing is, guys, like, that's what I do it for. That's what I do all this for. Like, do I want to sit here and make videos all the time? Is it a lot of work? Yes. Do I want to do it all the time? No. Do I want to drive for Uber all the time? No. Why do I do it? I do it because I have my daughter to take care of. I have a future to give her. Why do you do it? Why do you work so hard? Are you thinking about driving for Uber? Do you need to sign up right now so you can go out there, start making money and providing for your family? Let me know in the comments below, like, why do you do what you do? Why do you drive for Uber? Why are you thinking about driving for Uber? Why do you need extra money right now? Because nobody drives Uber if you don't need some extra money. Nobody does it as a lifelong career move. Trust me. So far, my total earnings, $843.38. Tips, $56. Great. Love that. Love that on tips. Thank you so much. And I always go and give a thank you for every tip that I get. There's a little button in the app that you can use. Once again, the stats. Net fare, $522. Promotions, $265. So as you can see right there, I made an extra 50% of the money came from the promotions, right? So you got to hit those Quest promotions, and the tips were $56.23, about a little over 10% of my net fare, right? So I'm not looking at tips to my promotions as well. I'm looking at tips to the net fare, because this will give you a good indication of how you're doing, right? And just to say this as a quick tip. So the car itself wasn't very clean. I used to think that my tips reflected on the car that I had, because I had Acura MDX. It's a premium vehicle. I drive an XL and Lyft Lux and Lux Black modes. And I would always average around 10 to 15% in tips. But it turns out I can get 10% tips with a rental car that was, honestly, it was filthy. It was dirty. Like, the rental car handed over to me dirty, and I still made the money. So with that being said, I think the theory of the tips come down to how you talk to people. Some people complain that they don't get tips. I promise you, if you serve your riders, if you talk to them in a manner where they matter for that short period of time that you have them, they're going to tip you. It's all about how you make them feel, right? Not so much about the car. The car wasn't totally filthy. I'm just like, maybe I'm picky, and it could have been a lot cleaner. The seats were a little bit dirty, like they needed a good shampoo. But other than that, everything was fine, and it was all about how I talked to the passengers, right? Try to make them feel comfortable. Quick tip for you. Ask them how they're doing, 1. 2, are they comfortable? Can I adjust let me know if you need me to adjust the air. Let me know, the temperature. Let me know if you need to adjust the temperature. All right. I would always leave the windows cracked. I'd be like, hey, we're going to leave the windows cracked a little bit. If it gets too cold, just let me know. And things like that, that sets the tone to let them know that you are making them comfortable. It's going to go a long way. So $843.38, 24 hours, 22 minutes. All right. But now it's Friday. Let's get into it. We're going to hit that 60 Quest promotion. That's the goal. And if we get lucky, we'll go for the 80. that 60 is going to be hard enough as it is. All right. So if you get to 80, I mean, that's a real push. That's another 20 trips. That's another 8 hours. Okay. 20 trips is 8 hours easily. All right. Just so you know. So once again, log it in. If you don't know what the app looks like, this is what you got to do. You put the mask on day 5. Uber takes a picture of you with the mask on. They verify. I don't know how that technology works, but it's really awesome. And, just say you won't drive if you have any symptoms. So I was thinking about doing Uber Eats today. I was going to try a little bit at first. It was, it's getting close to lunchtime, so I'm thinking about it. But all in all, I decided to just go with Uber X. All right, we're still on day 5 here. We're going a lot of surging going on for the Uber Eats. But I'm just not a big fan. I mean, maybe I'll take a week or something and I'll just do Uber Eats. So fast forward a little bit. All right. So this is day 5. We're getting close to the end of day 5. Total time online is 33 hours and 15 minutes. 92 trips so far. All right. Up to day 5. Commentary. Let's see what I got to say. Okay. Day number 6. I really didn't want to. I got to go gas up right now. Tired. Getting a little late start. It's 9:30. If I drive for 12 hours straight, which is absolutely impossible, it'll put me working tonight till 9:30. But it's just not sustainable. I cannot sustain that. So I'm gonna get out here and drive, and then as much as I can, then I'm gonna have dinner. But gotta gas up. Gassing up isn't always, I like having these things done the night before, but like I said, after so many hours on the road, I just don't have it in me sometimes. So we're gassing up. A ye old speedway. There we go. Just had somebody try and get in my car, but he thought I was his Uber. And it's pretty hilarious. But anyways. So I did want to point out with a couple of things here. Huge trip. So I was in that area down there in the Weymouth area. And for anybody that knows what's going on here. And I got this huge trip going up to Boston, which is great, right? Because I'm headed back to Boston. Sweet. Well, what I found out and this was on, I forget if this was Friday or Saturday, but anyways, what had happened was, and this happened to me 2 or 3 times, and it really killed my Saturday, my Saturday drives, right? So it was on Saturday. And that was what you're looking at right now is a 21-minute trip, 6.6 miles for Adam. Now, Adam is smart. Because everybody's waiting for an Uber and it's taking 20 minutes to get an Uber. So what Adam did was he got the Uber, set his destination, and then also set a return destination. So what I had to do was wait for Adam. He went in to wherever he was going. I forgot. What he did was did a return trip. So I had to spend almost an hour with this guy, and it really killed my trip quest, right? So you want to hit as many trips as possible in a short period of time to really capitalize on those bonuses. Well, unfortunately, on Saturday, this happened to me once, twice, maybe even 3 times, because I know there was another group that got me to pick them up, and then they also made stops. They stopped at a liquor store, and they stopped at another store before I actually got them home. So it really killed my average, and I was really disappointed that day. But we'll actually get into that a little bit more too as we go. Let's take a look at the end of the week stats. All right. So here's what we did, guys, and let's put some numbers up there. So all in all, I made $1,857.50 with a total online time of 50 hours and 31 minutes. So we're going to do 1857.50 cents, but let's take the cost of my Uber rental, which was not cheap. So I think the total cost was $285. So we're going to minus $285. That's $1,572, and plus I spent another $100 on gas. So minus $100 on gas. So $1,472.50, right, would be our total amount. And then what we want to do is we want to take this, and now we want to get into the nitty gritty, how much did I make per hour? How much money did I make per trip? When you're doing Uber X and Uber Eats, it's not so much about trip. I think it's more about the hourly, how much are you making while you're out there hourly, because you're working nonstop, you're just getting assaulted with rides, So we're going to divide that by the total time. So 50.5. So it totaled out to be $29 per hour. It really was a difference from the last one, right? Because we were at $34 on Thursday. By the time we stopped on Thursday and hit the promotion, I was at $34 an hour. But then through the weekend, I actually made less per hour, and mainly it was because of those double ride requests type of trips, those double destination trips. Those are the ones that really killed my average, and and that's my point. The promotions are what is so important when it comes to driving for Uber. If you're not hitting the promotions, you're not maximizing your earnings, and you're not maximizing your time, and you're wasting your time. So I really want to stress that point. Like, you really got to pay attention to the promotions. You got to choose your promotion well, and make sure you pick the right one. So we're at $29.15 per hour. Not great, not terrible. Then this is me returning the car. Like, I had a couple of people in front of me. Interesting to see how many people actually come to rent a car. But this is the Hertz rental place. I forget that lady's name, but she took care of me when I first got there, and then she took care of me when I got back. I want to check out the Uber app real quick, and I want to see how much money I actually made in promotions throughout that entire week. So let's open up the Uber app. So I'm going to go to my earnings. Let's go to weekly summary. All right, so yeah, $1,858.50 total trips. Here's the breakdowns. All right, so we already saw the time that I was online, and then the net fare was $1,011.58. Total promotions was $576, and then total tips was $123. My total tips was right around 10% of net fare, which is excellent. That should be the standard. If you're not making 10%, you got to change up what you're doing. You got to change up how you talk and treat your riders. Okay. I want you to make sure you treat them like gold, basically. I mean, I say gold, but listen, just make sure that they're comfortable. Make sure that they feel welcome and comfortable in the car. And I guarantee your tips will go up. And then the promotions, man, I mean, just look at that. $576 compared to my net fare, like $11.58. I mean, if we did $11.58 divided by, what was it, 576? Sorry. I gotta do that math a little bit better. So we got to 576 divided by 11.58. And that's 49% extra I made from the promotions. If you're driving without the promotions, you're going to make 50% less. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then the tips. So overall, a great week. Like I said, we did the numbers. I think the rental. Okay, so here's my philosophy on the rental. $280 a week. So if you want to break it out to a monthly basis, right? We're like $280 times 52 weeks divided by 12, right? So we're talking about $1,200 per week. I mean, per month, $1,200, $1,213 per month to rent a car for the entire month and make some money. Now, you may think that's a lot. It is kind of high, all right? But if you don't have a car and you need to get a car, this is what we need to, you need to figure out these numbers, right? Like that's a lot of money. I think with my premium vehicle, with my Acura MDX, my total cost per month is probably about $900. Can I make that much money driving for Uber and Lyft during a week, the same money I made? I could, but I'd pay a lot more money in gas, right? So my gas costs would go up. My gas costs were really down with this car, which I really love. Now, that money's a lot per month. I mean, but you're fully insured as well. So you got to think about that, right? It's a lot of money. But if you don't, there's two things that I can think of right now. If you have a car that's not good on gas, you should definitely rent a car because you'll pay too much. Number two, you're going to pay a lot in maintenance. Okay, you're going to beat the crap out of your car, and there's going to be unforeseen maintenance costs that you're not going to be able to see. All right, I would almost bet this, that as much as you pay for your car payment, you will end up paying the same amount eventually, not every month, but eventually you'll get hit with something with the car. Well, you have oil changes, right? Those are going to be every month, easily every month when you're driving as much as you do if you drive full time with Uber. You're going to have tires, you're going to have shocks, you're going to have struts, you're going to have things that'll break in your car that you need to get fixed. I'll tell you this, the amount of money that you're going to pay every month, you can probably double that for the year, right? So if you pay, let's say your car payment's $500 a month times 12, that's $6,000, right? So you're going to pay $6,000. You're You're going to pay $6,000. I can almost guarantee that you'll have probably 50% of that at least. All right. So you'll have, $3,000 in maintenance cost easily. $3,000 in maintenance costs before the year is over for all the things that you have to do. Easily $3,000. So now we're talking $9,000, right? 9,000 divided by 12. So you're talking $750 plus your insurance. All right. So plus your insurance. So now your insurance is probably going to be about $150, let's say. So now you're talking about $900, right? This $900 a month is going to be your total cost. $900 per month is going to be your total cost to drive for Uber if you're going to drive for a 12-month period, right? You're going to rack up the maintenance. It's going to happen. You can't just drive all the time and not. Like I said, tires, oil changes, shocks, struts, any other regular maintenance that you need, right? Sometimes what do you got to do? Like timing belt, you got to do, I don't know, the battery, the alternator, all these things they come into play. I guarantee you're going to have to spend the money. So $900 a month as opposed to the 12 something for the rental car per month. All right. If you don't have a car to get started and you want to get started, start renting the car. If you can qualify to rent that car, rent that car. Work. Save away money. Save away money till you can get a Prius. Save away money till you get some really good, a car that's really good on gas. A really easy, car that's good on gas so you can just drive and never really have a gas payment. Never have to pay for any gas. That's the most ideal thing. And if you want to know the best car to drive for Uber, definitely click on the video right here on the end screen. All right. Peace, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.